Hey, you know how every time you present an offer to a customer, they always have some type of objection? Well, do you ever try to use a story to overcome those objections? I actually got to witness a customer that refused a $30,000 objection end up spending over $55,000 after he heard compelling stories to the objections that he had. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the sales journey that I just mentioned, but also at the end, I'm going to give you some tips on how to create your own stories to handle objections that you hear. Hey, I'm Aaron Goodman, CEO of Shift and Thrive, business coach. I help entrepreneurs sell to groups instead of just one-on-one so they can 10x their income and buy back time and enjoy life. You know, stories are so powerful, and I didn't realize this until recently. I wish I would have known the power of story, years and years ago. But now I know. And so when we invite others to be a part of the story, they end up wanting to be along that journey. They want to experience the hero journey of the story that you're telling. So because of that story, it really has the power to increase the perceived value of whatever it is you're offering. Especially if that story is another customer's transformation journey that you're telling. And so those words aren't just marketing words that you've come up with. Those are marketing words it's not marketing words, it's the customer's word of their transformation journey they experienced with your products. So I was traveling this week with one of the sales reps I'm mentoring, and we've been talking through the power of story and how to handle objections and have that testimonial story of a customer whenever we hear those objections. And so this sales rep had needed to do a demo for this customer, and the customer was kind of cantankerous, didn't like change, didn't want to do anything that he had talked to him about over the phone or last meetings that he had. And so this rep goes into the demo, he's getting everything set up, and the customer says, "Look, there's no way I'm spending over $30,000 with you today." And so the sales rep says, "Hey, no worries," and started asking, really good questions about what problems him and his team have been facing. They're looking at, a new accounting system, hardware, software for their facility. And so, the customer opens up and starts talking about all the manual tasks that his team has been doing because they don't have something that's automated, which also results in errors and just a lot of wasted time. And so the rep goes into the demo and is able to kind of structure the demo based on the problems that customer had, just surfaced. And so that's a key there is anytime you're doing a demo, ask problems so you know how to structure your demo so it's the best use of your customer's time. So the rep goes through the demo, all went really good. At the end of it, he makes an offer, and that offer is actually more than what the customer said, "There's no way I'm going over." So that offer was $45,000 for the hardware, for the setup, security, support, all that good stuff. And so the customer, as you can imagine, had complete sticker shock, and he's like, "There's no way I can afford that." So the sales rep says, "I understand, sir, but in fact, there's no way you can afford not to have this." And so the rep tells a story about a customer that had recently signed on with them. They were able to mitigate, thousands of dollars of ransomware and security breach that other customers that didn't have the software, they had to pay that. And so that's way more cost than, the cost of this setup for today. And then he went into a story of another customer's transformation journey that their backstory was similar to theirs, to where they had, no software set up, no accounting software. They were doing everything by hand, 18 Excel spreadsheets, manually writing checks, manually keying things in, which returns, and those turn into errors. And so that was a bunch of wasted time. By telling that transformation, he was able to showcase that customer that was living in a similar situation that they're in. Now their transformation was that they're not having to write anything manual. They click one button, they get a report, no errors, no wasted time. And they even said, "Why in the world do we wait this long to start using this software?" And so when he got done doing that, the customer says, "I'll be right back." He goes to his office, he grabs a check, he writes it out, and slides it over to the sales rep. It was amazing. The power of story was able to convert him and allow him to be a part of that transformation journey of other customers. So the principle of this is to really use storytelling to increase the value of your products. And so how can you do this for your business? Well, list out all those objections that you typically hear from your customers, and then find out what is a story that coincides with that objection. And then that way you build up this story library, and anytime you're in a sales scenario and that customer has that objection, you use that story to overcome that objection. So if you found this video helpful, like and subscribe to my channel so you can see new videos as they come out. I've got a few links down below as well. If you're interested in working with me, we can grow and learn together. Have a great day. Thank you.